to another video, man. And today we have Slim Shady, Eminem's Dark Side Explained, man. This is a Music Vibe video, so shout out Music Vibe, you feel me? I feel like I haven't done a Music Vibe reaction in a long time, you feel me? Today is obviously Shady's Saturday, where we only drop Eminem content the whole Saturday. This is gonna be a long video, so it might just be one video. I see your comment, man. Actually, let me go shout this brother out, you feel me? Cause I seen your comment, man. I seen your comment. Let me see. Let me find your name. Dang. Can you do Adrian Trammell 1808? He said, can you do Eminem Improved 10 Westwood? Look, I have that video already in the chambers. Let me find it for you. I want to react to it tonight. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. But I'm like, what would y'all like more? Here's the video right here. I'm leaking videos that I want to do. Eminem Improved Freestyle. Never heard before. 10 Westwood TV. Feel me? I know it's backwards for y'all. My apologies. But I'm leaking all my videos I want to do. But listen, hey, listen. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I figured y'all rather like the longer videos than to have two short videos or two videos that's probably not gonna take as long. But you know, dang, they over there cutting grass, you feel me? Right across the street, loud as freak. But I figured y'all would rather have the longer style videos than to have that. And plus, I've been doing a lot of freestyles. I kind of want to jump into like documentaries and stuff like that with Eminem. I don't know. It's a 25-minute video, so this video is probably gonna be like 30 minutes, 45 minutes, like something like that, something crazy. So I just wanna do this stuff for y'all and get this stuff out the way. I don't want to hold y'all up any longer. Y'all already know. Y'all make sure I get the video 40 likes. I could have the like bar high for y'all because y'all Eminem supporters, y'all always show love. But you know, y'all make sure y'all get 40 likes if y'all want more Eminem content. But without further ado, we're gonna jump straight into it. Let's see what they talking about on here.
First things first, I want to say that Eminem has two alter egos. And Marshall...
By the way, I'm not going to be pausing a lot, because it is a long video, and I don't want to waste no storage. And depending on when I finish, I might mess around and record another video.
I'll now tell you all about it.
Eminem is the rapper.
I'll add to that the fact that he's a lyrical rapper, so he's more focused on lyrics. For example, this is the Lose Yourself song.
You see... Off rip, I know I said I wasn't gonna pause too much, but now that he's breaking down the different sides of Eminem, there's Marshall, and then there's Slim Shady. Eminem is the lyricist. It makes me want to go back and re-listen to his albums. I'm already at that point. Dang, the freak airplanes flying over. God dang, I'm thinking, you feel me? What? I thought I was rinsed. I thought I was cooked. I'm going to keep it a buck with you. You can't tell me that didn't scare y'all neither. If y'all got on earbuds, I know that probably scared y'all. Y'all probably like, dang, what's going on? I don't even live by an airport. What's going on? Listen, it makes me want to go back and re-listen to his albums. I'm already at that point to where I could re-listen to his albums because I reacted to all his albums except Infinite. And I mean, I could slide it in for May reactions. I could slide it in for the May reactions. I'm just saying. But you know, y'all let me know. And plus, last time I reacted to an Eminem album, like his earlier albums were 2023, going on over 2 years ago. So yeah, man. If I'm gonna redo his albums, I want to start in order so I can hear like how he got better over time, or really figure out which albums I like. But before I react to his albums, I want to rank his albums. I want to rank all his albums. You feel me?
Slim Shady will kill you.
This is his dark side. He has no boundaries of decency. You can hear this character in My Name Is.
And Marshall Mathers is the person like behind the whole, you know, mask.
While the sincere and genuine Marshall can be heard in heartwarming songs, such as Mockingbird.
Little baby, don't you cry, everything's gonna be alright.
Who amongst these three do
Okay, which one do I like? Eminem, Slim Shady, or Marshall Mathers? My favorite, one of my favorite songs off of Relapse is "Be Careful What You Wish For," cause that's Marshall Mathers. You feel me? He's breaking down like it's a lot of people who want to be famous, but be careful what you wish for, because everybody's gonna be in your business. Your life is gonna be televised, good and bad, especially the bad. You feel me? Especially revolving around Eminem, it's always the bad coming out, and it seems to happen with a lot of artists. They don't really speak on the good. People don't care about the good. They only care about the bad. But me personally, Lose Yourself is an example of Eminem. My name is I like Slim Shady. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I like Slim Shady. Slim Shady to me is like early 2002 to like Relapse. So I want to say like early 2000s, like, okay, I want to say from the Slim Shady LP all the way to Relapse was Slim Shady. You feel me? Eminem was from Recovery till where we are now. And Marshall Mathers is a dibble and dabble. It's like a sprinkle of it throughout his whole career. You feel me?
fans like the most? I think
I
it's
like
dumb
Slim
to answer
Shady.
on behalf of everyone, but I can certainly say that Slim Shady was loved, is loved, and will be loved by practically everybody.
Yes.
In this video, we will tell you about the story of this psychopath, whom it was impossible to be neutral about in the 2000s.
Bro, the level just started and we're already getting overrun. I gotta take these guys out and build this crossbow tower as fast as possible.
Listen to me when I'm talking to you. You hear me? Shut up.
You either loved him for his audacity, or more precisely, for the fact that he could say whatever he wanted to,
If I'm evil enough to think it, or I'm demented enough to think it, or I'm smart enough to think it, then I'm gonna say it.
or you hated him, arguing that he's immoral.
Mom! No, yes, you did molest me. Yes, Mom, it felt good. But you shouldn't be touching me there, Mom. There's a lot of dope involved, and I'm very young and naive.
Want to know what else is immoral? Not trying Opera's brand new and updated browser. And as you can see,
Listen, music vibe. I support y'all, but listen, I'm not getting paid for this, my brother. I'm not getting paid for. I know you are. I know you eating off of this, but I'm not, my brother. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
built-in music,
Oh no, this long behind advertisement. Listen, shout out you, man. Get that money, man.
convenient is it to make screenshots?
Yo, you still going? Huh? Come on. I don't want to see it, man. I don't want to see it.
Flop. Not knowing how to escape. And so Marshall recorded his first album, Infinite, under the pseudonym Eminem. However, the release flopped. Not knowing how to escape the dump he was
See, that's why I kind of want to react to it, but part of me kind of don't, because part of me don't want to count this. But no matter if an album flopped or not, that doesn't mean it still counts towards his albums. It counts towards his releases, because just because it's a flop doesn't mean it don't count. We all got misses in life. We all missed. We all were at our highs and we all were at our lows. So I'm gonna still do it, but I don't know if I'm gonna add it in the as far as ranking his albums.
living in at Fairport Street, 7 Mile, he got a call from his best friend Proof saying that he wants to get the 12 best MCs in Detroit and create his own version of the Wu-Tang Clan. He precisely wanted 12 people to be able to name the group the Dirty Dozen, but he only managed to get 6. Then Proof threw in the idea that each one of them would have a second name. Each of them would have 2 personas, and each would have the power of 2 MCs. This is one of those moments when Proof played a big role in Marshall's life. Of course, it wasn't Proof who came up with Slim Shady. However, he led him to be onto something totally worthwhile. And how did he come up with this pseudonym?
He probably kind of he didn't come up with the name Slim Shady, but I think he opened Eminem's eyes to be like, okay, Slim Shady's gonna be the reckless one. It's gonna be the wild one. Eminem is gonna be, you can feel me. You feel me? Like, who knew? I never knew why I knew why. You feel me? That's like that's Slim Shady. Guilty Conscience, that's Slim Shady. But you got songs like what's like a normal song? I guess you could say Without Me, Superman. Those type songs are like Eminem. It's not like a character is being portrayed. Like all throughout the Relapse album, a character was portrayed. Encore, I feel like that album was a character was being portrayed. I feel like at a certain point, like what the Eminem Show, that album right there, it was like a mixture. It was a mixture to me. It was a mixture. It was a mixture. Slim Shady LP was straight Slim Shady. Straight Slim Shady.
If you think that there's some kind of big story here, then no. He came up with the pseudonym while sitting on the toilet. Seriously, to quote his own words, I was taking a and I had an epiphany. Well, you know, while you're taking a you think a lot. My pen and paper are always ready whenever I'm in the bathroom. Having thought of the name Slim Shady, I started thinking of a million things that can rhyme with it. It was a pivotal moment. I understood that the alter ego will do a lot more than just shake the rap community. Was it
Slim Shady, a baby that bit me that had rabies? I don't know. I don't want no scabies. I get it back like, hold up. Nah, I try to rap like Slim Shady. You know how Slim Shady, like like Eminem, when he Slim Shady, his voice changed. Huh, my name's Slim Shady. Huh, a baby with rabies bit me and it tased me. Like, that's how he be, right? Like, that's literally the Slim Shady flow. Hey, I'm Slim Shady, a baby with rabies. It bit me and gave me, like, come on now. Like, nah, it's like he's telling a story, but it's like a crazy story. Like, not crazy in a sense of, huh? It's crazy like, huh? It's like, what did he just say? What?
just that I wanted to shock people? Part of me surfaced. I was the one who was bothered by the entire world. At the time, he was very pissed off, partly because people referred to him as trailer park trash. And if they think of him that way, then he decided to embody that to the fullest and told himself, fuck it, then I'll just put it all out there. Another one of Proof's concepts was that they had to write about the sickest, weirdest things. This was the D12's main idea. For example, Bizarre rapped about, damn, I don't even know how YouTube would react to that. So I'll censor out things and you'll understand.
Bizarre is one of my favorite members out of D12. That brother, I don't even think he need an alias. I think the crazy side of Bizarre is his, like, is Bizarre. Like, Bizarre is his rap name. But I don't even know what his alias is. I don't think that brother has an alias. I think the real him is what he raps about. It's to the point where I'm starting to believe Bizarre is really like this crazy dude. Like, he's crazy.
What these lines talk about.
My grandmother, and I didn't. Oh, who's this lady talking crap?
Generally speaking, this is where their style came from. Of course, they didn't want to go as hard as Bizarre did, but each of them wanted to be heard in their own way and just rap about the most shocking things that one could only think about. We most likely heard Shady for the first time on the Underground EP from D12 in the track called Filthy. Even despite the fact that this was never stated officially, it became known from the style that this was far from Eminem from Infinite.
Big plans for the casket. Your head lands in a basket. A dead man's in a plastic. I got red hands and the mask fit. I greet the tens of ladies. I spoil all your fans. I foil your plans and leave fluids leaking like oil pans.
Eminem first appeared in the role of Shady in his own hometown, Detroit, at a place called The Fat House in the year 1997.
Baby, I'm wrong. And I was put on this earth to make your baby mama strong. You wanna go this baby on the wrong and eating alcohol and get rich. Losing all of my leverage. When I'm beside the first national bank broken that rich.
And now we'll move on to the Slim Shady EP, which was released at the end of 1997, where Marshall begins talking about some insane stuff, which the whole world will talk about and even attempt to silence him.
I want to grab people's attention. Like, if my song is playing in the background and somebody's having a conversation, I want them to stop and go, what the f- did he just say? Turn
That's exactly what his music do. It's like, you could be having a conversation, you hear old Eminem playing in the background, he like, what? Huh? Now you're not even engaged in the conversation no more. What you just say? What did he? Nah, turn this up. Run it back. Run it back. Like, nah, hold up. That's how you get him. Like, Eminem, he's a great marketer. He's a great marketer. And he's obviously been doing it since the beginning of time. Since, I guess, the Slim Shady EP. So, he's proving it right here. This is an old vid.
I want to grab people's attention. Like, if my song is playing in the background and somebody's having a conversation, I want them to stop and go, what did he just say? Yo, turn the radio up. You know what I'm saying? I already stand out. I'm not necessarily a normal person, I feel like.
The album begins with a skit where Slim Shady demands Eminem to look in the mirror. The idea of Slim Shady always centered around a mirror. When Marshall looked in a mirror, he could see Slim Shady. Slim wants to explain to M that without him, Eminem is a nobody. Which is why in the first track of this EP, in Low Down Dirty, he himself could not accept the fact that Eminem and Slim Shady are now together.
Inebriated, till my stress is alleviated. How in the Eminem and Shady related?
It's also worth noting that it's not only the text that differs, but the tone of voice as well.
Yes.
If we hear the Infinite album and Slim Shady, then you'd hear the difference. Even Eminem himself does not know where this comes from. It's possible that it's because he was walking around the streets pretending to be his own friend, for some reason, began rapping like this.
Somebody better test me, cause I don't want to get messy, especially when I step inside this Dick Presley.
However, Eminem did not want to just talk about crazy topics. If he were to do so, then he would need to be some sort of lyrical acrobat to connect syllables and make sense, such as in Just Don't Give a F, for example. There, he talks about what he did with the swimming team, and he said not to perceive him like a comedian.
The women's swim team, don't take me for a joke, I'm no comedian.
That video didn't do too well. And to this day, I can't understand why. What, MTV doesn't want to play it? What kind of world is this? What kind of sick world do you guys live in that I don't?
This track.
That brother he really started to get in his feelings. He's like, MTV don't want to play it? What kind of sick world are y'all living in? Dude, like he was about to really start crashing out. Like he was like, what kind of sick world are y'all living in? Really? Really, dude? Oh, okay.
With the music video ended up being in a reissued release that eventually became the Slim Shady LP. Dre heard Eminem's music and they began working together, even though Dre was told that it was not worth getting involved with Eminem, explaining that he's an extremely provocative rapper. However, that's exactly what the producer liked about him.
Can you prove that this is the real Eminem? I guess. There you go.
During the recording of this release, Dre told him that he needs an image, but Eminem never thought about how Slim Shady looks like. And now, listen to this insane and hilarious story. One day, he was going around under the influence of some illegal substances that drove him crazy. He bought a bottle of peroxide. When he woke up the next day, he forgot what he had done. He saw himself in the mirror and screamed, "Oh, God!" He looked like a skunk. When he got into the studio as a new blonde in a white shirt, Dre met him with piercing dead silence. He just looked at him and could not utter a single word. And then he said, "There it is. We found your image." Then came Jimmy Iovine to take a look at what Dre was excitedly raving about. And he was stunned. "That's your persona. The persona that we've been looking for this entire time," said Jimmy. Marshall never thought that his stunt with peroxide would become how he would look like.
Hi, my name is...
Hold up. So if I get a bottle of peroxide, put it in my hair, will that bleach my hair? Like, does that work on my type of hair or it works on all type of hair? I'm not familiar. I never bleached my hair. I never dyed my hair before. So I just want to know, if I were to go get a bottle of peroxide and bleach the end, will it work? I'm thinking about bleaching like just the ends of my locks, you feel me? Not dreads, we gonna call them locks, because I know how some people get, you feel me? Some people be like, they're not locks, you're not dreadful. I mean, they're not dreads, you're not dreadful. All right, buddy, relax. Listen, I never said I was dreadful. But listen, I just want to know. I might make a video of me getting some peroxide and bleaching my hair. I don't know.
The persona that we've been looking for this entire time, said Jimmy. Marshall never thought that his stunt with peroxide would become how he would look like.
Hi, my name is Chicka Slim Shady.
And then they went ahead and recorded the album, and it was practically finished. Then the Interscope label became very skeptical about this release, and there were even talks about kicking M out of the label. Even Jimmy Iovine didn't like his songs, including Role Model and My Name Is. Him and Dre met up with all the colleagues to understand what's going on in general. This scene was portrayed in the music video for The Way I Am, where Eminem became infuriated and tossed papers around. In reality, it wasn't that dramatic, but the discussion was serious. He then asked Jimmy, tell me what you want to change, because I don't understand what's going on. It's all stamped with parental advisory stickers. I think we can move on, can't we? The album was published anyway, and let's go ahead and figure out what was so provocative in this release. The first track of this LP became My Name Is, thanks to which he began gaining popularity. And, of course, it included a lot of shit. The openly gay musician Bobby Seafray, whose song I Gotha was sampled for My Name Is. He insisted that this line gets changed.
Oh, my English teacher wanted to F me in junior high. The only problem was my English teacher was a guy. Whoa. And then this brother right here, the lobby, the brother is gay. The brother is. I don't think he would have approved that song.
Whose song I Gotha was sampled for My Name Is. He insisted that this line gets changed, even though for the rapper, this was just a line. Because of this, Marshall would later on be labeled as a homophobe, which is why he changed it to thanks a lot, next semester I'll be 35. He also went after Pamela Anderson, saying that he's so hard and knocked her clothes backwards like crisscross. This line was also changed to that he didn't know that silicone breasts are that soft.
A lot of rappers don't want to, or just a lot of groups in general don't want to burn bridges.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to say this about this person because what if I meet them or whatever. I don't think like that. I think like if there's a reason for me to burn a bridge, then I obviously don't want to speak to you ever in my life, you know?
But in my opinion, the most intense lines are the ones about his mom, whose name is Debbie. He said that she uses more drugs than he does, but what offended her most are the following words.
How you gonna breastfeed me, Mom? You ain't got no...
In her book, she said, this line was horrible and upsetting because I'd contracted toxemia blood poisoning when I gave birth to him and hadn't been able to breastfeed. It's worth noting that this Slim Shady persona is based on his childhood trauma. After all, when Marshall Mathers was just a child, his dad left the family.
Oh, I thought that was Eminem. I was about to say, huh? I was about to say, that brother was a geek. Nah, hold up. He looked just like his dad. Holy. He looks just like him. Holy. Oh, he was born blonde too. Eminem, he was born. That brother looked like a doll baby. Whoa. What? What? You feel me? Nah, come on now.
It's worth noting that this Slim Shady persona is based on his childhood trauma. After all, when Marshall Mathers was just a child, his dad left the family. Some of his family members committed suicide, and he was bullied at school. So, in this release, there were tracks where he shared real-life sad stories. In If I Had, he talks about how he's tired of being poor.
White trash, broken, always poor. Tired of taking pop bottles back to the party store.
He also talks about an awful incident at a school bathroom when an older student called D'Angelo Bailey beat him up so hard that Marshall thought he wouldn't make it out alive.
I tried to plead and tell him we shouldn't be, but he just wouldn't leave. He kept choking me and I couldn't breathe.
Eminem thinks that, as a matter of fact, each one of us has a lighter side and a darker one, which is why He strongly remembered the scene from the Animal House movie where there's a devil on one shoulder and an angel on another. There was a plot there where the devil was making the guy sleep with a drunk girl, while the angel discouraged him from this idea.
If you lay one finger on that poor, sweet, helpless girl, you'll despise yourself forever.
Here, there's the same difference between Eminem and Slim Shady. And Dr. Dre understood that. The producer offered his protege to make a song in such a style where Eminem would represent the evil side of a person who wants to commit a crime, and at the same time, Dre would discourage the person from this awful venture.
Just like on Guilty Conscience. You feel me?
This is how the song Guilty Conscience came to be.
I told you!
You gotta do is nibble on this little chicken's earlobe.
Yo, this girl's only 15 years old. There's the good half of you and there's the bad half of you. And 99% of the time, especially in America, the bad half always wins.
And this evil itself can sometimes strongly take over Marshall, to the point where he would be led to recording 97 Bonnie and Clyde, where he asked his daughter to help him get rid of her mom's body and throw it in the ocean. The most interesting thing about it is the song includes vocals by Haley, which seriously angered Kim.
It's messy, ain't she? We'll let it wash off in the water and me and you can play by ourselves, can't we?
And generally speaking, the public started to like this wild Slim Shady.
I think it's going to change hip-hop. He's a Detroit boy. Love that.
In the following year, and more precisely in the year 2000 already, Eminem released the Marshall Mathers LP. The main song of this release became The Real Slim Shady.
Dang, that album came out in 2000. Dang.
And the point of it is that this Shady resides in all of us.
Slim Shady, yes, I'm the real Shady. All you other Slim Shadys are just imitating, so won't the real Slim.
Having once heard Shady, people no longer wanted to see Marshall, which he rapped about in the track Without Me. After all, as proof said, Eminem is an MC who comes in sober and gives his metaphors, while Slim Shady, after a couple of rounds of drinks, he's looking to pick up a fight.
Be out and I'll meet you at the joint.
Well, if you want Shady, this is what I'll give you. A little bit of me mixed with some hard liquor, some...
In this track, he once again addresses the music industry, saying that everyone's bored without him, and this is considering the fact that the Federal Communications...
Yo, I'm about to, on Shady Saturdays, listen, I'm about to start reacting to some music videos with him. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I want to see his music videos and see all that. Like, I think I'm gonna start with the Slim Shady LP. So my next time I do Shady Saturday, I might drop like 3 or 4 music videos. I think just so y'all can have more content. You feel me? I want to give y'all more content, and I feel like that'd be better for y'all. You feel me? I think y'all would appreciate that more than one long video. I don't know. I feel like the more videos, the better.
Commission, which regulates interstate and international communications, including radio, won't let him play his songs. They edit and censor him. M claims that they're trying to sabotage him by not allowing his music to be played, to try and get back at him.
You know, I've always been against censorship. So they say things about me and I just strike back. But honestly, it doesn't really bother me. I don't sit and dwell on it and cry about it.
It's also worth pointing out the plot of the Without Me music video, where Eminem and Dre parody heroes from the comic books, such as Batman, Robin, and Blade. They attempt to save a kid who bought the Eminem Show album with the parental advisory sticker. At the end of the music video, they ended up at the kid's house. Further, Shady takes away the kid's disc, pointing out to him the sticker that's placed on the disc. This is a message to all parents who prohibit listening to Slim's music, and to all of those who don't accept his music in general.
I think the older people are tending to take my dish too literal.
Oh, I think y'all said it was a song that he released on the Death of Slim Shady. And y'all say that music video, I reacted to the music video. I forgot the name of the song. But I reacted to the music video. Y'all said it was a play on to Without Me, I believe. It makes sense because he was wearing the same costume. And I never seen the Without Me music video. So I didn't really catch the play on to it. So I guess it'll make more sense. I have to go re-react to both of those songs, I guess.
You know, but I don't care. It's funny to me. You know what I'm saying? Because if I say my fucking brain fell out of my skull and they really believe it,
You know what I'm saying? And what's wrong with them?
I'm bringing you into Slim Shady's.
And the crazy thing is, I used to believe everything the brother said. The brother said his dad was gay. And I said, word? And y'all told me, nah, it's just an insult. I was like, what? I'm thinking his dad really gay though. I'm like, huh? And then he was saying his dad was doing things to him. So it was like, really? What? Am I crazy for thinking that? But that's not like, it's not like it's uncommon. Well, I hope it's uncommon, but it's like, I know it happens. I know it happens, so it's not like a stretch. Now, if you say your brains fell out and you're rapping it and then you released it, how did it come out? How are you living when your brain is on the ground? It's like, that's not believable. But the dad thing is believable.
If you don't want to come into Slim Shady's world, don't come.
Shady kept going hard in the music industry and wreaked havoc with his next album, Encore, where the main single became Just Lose It, which quickly became a phenomenon. The music video itself is a wild ride filled with hilarious parodies of pop culture icons. We see how Shady fights with MC Hammer, Pee Wee Herman, Madonna, Blink-182, and even Santa Claus, with a cameo from Tony Cox from Bad Santa. However, not everything looks as positive at first glance. This work sparked controversy because of the harsh references of Michael Jackson's work, his appearance, and even his accusations of child molestation.
I'm gonna make you dance, get your pants, yeah boy, shake that thing, oops, I mean girl.
Jackson was most of all offended by the last scene, where he's sitting in bed surrounded by little children. The pop singer called on all of the TV music channels to remove the music video from the air. Otherwise, he would sue Eminem. Only one channel agreed to drop the music video.
Was pretty painful as an artist to another artist. And it's sad, but he should be ashamed of himself, what he's doing.
It was making no...
It's crazy at the fact that Eminem got a response from Michael Jackson. Eminem might be the only artist to actually get underneath of Michael Jackson's skin to the point where Michael Jackson wanted to sue, or to the point where Michael Jackson addressed it on the news. Like, that's crazy. And you would think Michael Jackson wouldn't even be in tune with hip hop because he's a pop artist and they have totally different like styles of artistry. But it's like, dang. It's like, dang. Eminem got a response from Michael Jackson. That would make me, if I was Eminem, that would make me feel good off rip. I'd take the video away. I got a response from Michael Jackson, the biggest artist of all time. No artist can ever beat Michael Jackson. No artist has Michael Jackson's aura. Or I'm telling you right now, no artist has Michael Jackson's aura. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you.
Personal judgment of Michael Jackson. It was not, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was completely meant to be all in jest.
Before this music video, the real Slim Shady stood up and made fun of Michael Jackson by dangling a baby doll over a hotel balcony in Glasgow. He also wore a surgical mask over his face in an obvious swipe at Jackson, who caused a furor when he held his baby son, Prince Michael II, over a balcony railing in Berlin. In addition to various jabs at the pop artist, Slim Shady, of course, had beef with rappers, whose careers he destroyed. Just so you can understand, it even got to the point of driving them to tears.
I don't want to talk about it no more.
To be fair, I think Benzino was drunk. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. So I don't think he made the brother cry sober. If he did, that's diabolical.
I don't want, for 22 years, every time I do an interview, they ask me about Eminem. The f*** want me to do?
This is Benzino emotionally crying, and I'll tell you why right now. Just so that you can understand, he was trolled for decades because of the fact that after the beef with Eminem, his career hit rock bottom. The battle began when Eminem dissed The Source magazine, which gave the Marshall Mathers LP album a rating of 2 out of 5.
Whoa!
And Benzino was one of...
Whoa! 2-star, 1 mic, 2 mics out of 5? My brother, stop it. Stop it. I think they gave Stillmatic 3 stars. Like, come on now, or 4 stars. And he said, all I need is 1 mic, 1. Stillmatic was my favorite album. It was, to me, at one point, it was better than Illmatic. You feel me? When I first heard Illmatic, but obviously my mind changed now. Illmatic is top 5 hip hop albums of all time. I'm gonna keep it above. But if I had to give this a mic, it's only 2 Eminem albums, I believe, that are 5 mics. My apologies. The Eminem Show and this one are the 2 like perfect albums. Like, I wouldn't say Marshall Mathers is a perfect album, but to me, it got some classics. It got some of my top 5 songs off of there. 2 of them off rip. First 2 songs, I think. Kill You and Who Knew. Those are my 2 favorite songs off of there. Like, come on now. And then Stan. Oh my God! Off rip. That gotta be top 3. His top 3 albums, because it got Stan on there off rip.
The creators of the publication. He said that M should be thankful that he ended up in a column in the magazine in 1998, which gave Marshall's career a jumpstart. Eminem released one of the best diss tracks under the name Nail in the Coffin. He completely ridiculed Benzino, including his age, his pseudo-gangster persona, and him as a bad businessman.
You'll never have no security. You'll never be famous. You'll never know what it's like to be rich. Like the thing.
Benzino later released the Die Another Day diss track, where the Boston rapper threatened his daughter. Eminem's family was often mentioned by the rapper in his diss tracks.
Tell Haley it ain't safe no more. Daddy better watch your back at the candy store.
The beef later died down, and in 2012, Benzino said that he wasn't right about his statements about his family and apologized. But of course, M did not forgive.
Is that how can I go with something he doesn't have?
Not only was Benzino not able to bounce back after Nail in the Coffin, but he also had to quit The Source in 2005. He tried getting back into rap, but was unsuccessful. He gets trolled in the comments where Eminem gets mentioned. Up to now, Benzino is still asked about that beef, and he was so fed up with it that he couldn't hold back his tears. In that same year of 2005, an unexpected turn of events took place. Eminem killed Slim Shady. In the When I'm Gone song, M says,
Shady made me, but tonight Shady's rockin' my baby. When I'm gone, just carry on.
In other words, Eminem admits that he no longer wants such a life. He liked it when this Slim Shady was around, but he became so famous that Slim Shady was freakishly close to destroying his family and himself in particular. So, Marshall killed him. He also got rid of his addiction to illegal substances. However, he wasn't able to get rid of Shady, which we find out in the Relapse album. In the intro to the album, Eminem meets with his rehab doctor right before he's discharged from rehab. But things take an unexpected turn, and Marshall learns that he might not have actually left all of his demons in the past. Which is why, already in the following track, 3 AM, Slim Shady returns and becomes a serial killer, committing mass murder following his escape from a rehabilitation clinic.
One of my favorite songs off that album too. Holy, this man. Okay.
And the music video of We Made You was made in the same manner as Just Lose It or My Name Is, where Slim makes fun of celebrities, saying that popular celebrities aren't any better than their fans.
Well, look at all the massive masses in the stands. Shady man, don't massacre the fans.
It's not necessarily intentional bashing. It's not necessarily taking deliberate shots at people. Yes, it is. What the f*** am I talking about?
In the song My Darling, it captures the Eminem and Slim Shady characters at war, representative of the workings of the angels and demons within Eminem's subconscious. And at the end of that track, their voices become one, meaning that as much as he didn't want it, Shady returned and became an inseparable part of Marshall.
Marshall, no one's gonna love you like I do.
And in the Marshall Mathers LP 2, Slim Shady returns once more. Evil Twin revives his manic for more trouble. Briefly speaking, Shady didn't go anywhere. And on the 12th of July, 2024, an album by the name of The Death of Slim Shady was released. The first track is a classic Shady.
Oh my goodness, this was my favorite song off that album. Oh my goodness, this song right here is oh my goodness. This it's not top 10. I was about to say it's top 10 Eminem songs. That's one of them ones for me.
Didn't go anywhere.
That's one of them.
And on the 12th of July, 2024, an album by the name of The Death of Slim Shady was released. The first track is a classic Shady. Throughout the album, Slim Shady argues with Eminem, saying that he absolutely does not appreciate all that he has done for him. In Guilty Conscience 2, Shady recalls the legendary 2000s, when he got him fame, courage, and gave him power to use him as an excuse to be angry. However, later Eminem tried to kill him a few times, which weakened him and led to many fans not respecting him anymore, as he no longer had the level of rage that he had at the beginning of his career. And so, Marshall currently turned into a frightened guy who shakes like Shakira's ass. And at the end of this track, the most interesting thing begins. Eminem decides to kill Slim. He fired the shot. And then it later turns out, and it was all just a dream. Eminem woke up with a sample of the song When I'm Gone playing. We spoke about this song a little while earlier, saying that in this song, Marshall wanted to put an end to Shady. However, if you hear the album backwards, then the plot becomes something entirely different. In that case, Shady kills Marshall. Songs like Somebody Save Me foreshadow Marshall's demise, while tracks like Guilty Conscience 2 and Breaking News depict Slim Shady taking control and reveling in the chaos he's unleashed.
In a stunning move, has released an album in which he is actually trying to cancel himself.
The story takes a sinister turn with Trouble Skit, where Shady supposedly drugged Marshall.
Drink this. What is it? Shut up and drink it. No. I said drink it.
This leads to Renaissance, where Slim spits venomously over Marshall's grave and unleashes pure, unadulterated Slim Shady fury on the world. Once, Eminem said that as long as there's Eminem, Slim Shady will live. Which is why I think that is the point of the album. That despite all the efforts of getting rid of this demon, Marshall will never be able to do it.
How long will I be this way? Shady until my dying day, till I hang up the mic and it's not for me to say.
The next video that I want to recommend you watch is the documentary film about Dr. Dre. Thanks, everyone.
Alright, man. That's the end of that video. Y'all clap it up, man. Clap it up for Music Vibe. Clap it up for Eminem. Clap it up for Marshall Mathers. And clap it up for Slim Shady, man. Listen, shout out Music Vibe for putting out a great video, man. Y'all never disappoint. Shout out y'all. Y'all make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Turn on the post notification bell to be notified every time I drop a video. Y'all make sure I get this video to 40 likes and I continue to keep dropping my Eminem content for y'all, man. Hope y'all enjoyed this Shady Saturday. I hope y'all enjoy it, honestly. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Hope y'all enjoy it, man.